Hi children, hi parents, welcome to our Sports Virtual Awards evening. Obviously, unfortunately at the moment we can't get together in person. We've had the Sports Awards evening for the last 2 years and it's proved very successful. So we put together this instead. I know that sports were curtailed halfway through the year, but we still achieved an awful lot. So there's a lot to celebrate. So please enjoy the presentation and hopefully we can get back to normal with our sports, because you know how much we value our sports as soon as possible. Take care, everybody.
Hi everyone and welcome to our third Sports Awards evening. Obviously a little bit different this year, but when it became apparent that we couldn't hold it in the club like we've done in previous years, so I wanted to make sure that we celebrated all the sport that we've managed to get in this year in some way. We still have lots to celebrate, as you'll see, and right at the end of the video you will see all the team photos on the video that we would normally start the night with. So we'll go through each of the sports. The teachers that have run those clubs will go through them, make some awards as we go along where necessary. We'll finish with the Sports Personality of the Year awards, and as I say, right at the end will be the photo montage of our pictures. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll make a start. Now normally when we do these Sports Awards evenings we just go for Year 5 and 6 sports, just purely for time really on the night and also space. There'd be an awful lot to get through. We looked at all the Year 3 and 4 events as well. But I do want to include one Year 3 and 4 event this year, which was from February when we went to the golf competition at Dean's Trust with 10 Year 3 and Year 4 children, and they were successful. They won the tournament. We won quite a few golf tournaments over the years since we've started to represent school at the golf events. And the last few years as well, we've had at least one of the golf teams, either Year 3, 4 or 5, 6 or both, qualify for Greater Manchester and represent school at Greater Manchester level. And this Year 3 and 4 team had done the same. They won their heat and they had to wait a couple of weeks to see if anyone beat their score in the second heat for the Wigan schools, and they didn't. So we had won and would have gone on to represent school once again at Greater Manchester. Obviously we know that couldn't happen, and as well as playing the golf so superbly and thinking tactically and outside the box, retrieving their balls and clubs as quick as they could do to get their highest score. As well as that, which was obviously great because they won, they did really well. But the best thing about this team was how they took the news that they wouldn't be able to go to Greater Manchester games to represent school. And their maturity and understanding of our situation was phenomenal. No moaning, no tears, no obvious disappointment. I'm sure the children were disappointed, and I would want them to be, because they'd achieved so much. But in the words of one of them, they just said these things happen. So I was very impressed with the attitude of just understanding, because they were very much looking forward to going to that event. So unlucky in that sense, Year 3 and 4. Hopefully you'll get another chance to represent your school at golf and hopefully do just as well. I do have some medals for you, some special medals that we've had made with the school badge on, a little gold medal with the school badge on, seeing as you missed your medals for winning the tournament. So when you're all back in school, probably next year now, when you're in Year 4 and 5, you'll all get one of those presented to you. So very well done for winning your competition, and also for the way that you understood what happened afterwards. So I've got a list of you here so I don't miss anybody out. So well done to the Year 4s, who were Freya, Emily, Neve, Billy, Isaac, Noah and Zach, and then from Year 3, 2 girls, Lily and Millie, and Alfie as well. So well done to all of you. I'll sort your medals out at some point next year when we're all back, and congratulations again for winning your tournament. You should be very, very proud of yourselves, so well done.
On the 2nd of December 2019, way before any of us had even heard of coronavirus, I took a group of talented children from St James's to Lee Sports Village for a swimming gala. Representing the girls, we had Sasha Ratcliffe, Libby Graham, Neve Grady and Isabella Worley. Representing the boys, we had Zach McMullen, Thomas Fitzpatrick, James Powell and Isaac Stokes. The children competed in a number of events throughout the day, from individual races to team medleys. The girls finished a respectable 7th out of 14 schools, and the boys as runners-up out of 14 schools. My fondest memory of the day is, although the children didn't win the event, it was how well they conducted themselves both in and out of the pool on the day. And when they were racing and afterwards, the smiles on their faces said it all to me. Just the fact that they'd competed and enjoyed the whole event, regardless of the result. So credit to them and well done. And I just want to say thank you to our swimming team for how well they performed on the day.
For the second year, we represent a school with a bocce tournament, a new sport to our portfolio last year. We went again this year in November to the latest tournament with 3 pupils, Lewis, Cameron and Thomas. And they played fantastically, they really did. They lost their first game in their group, and then their other 6 games in that group, they went on to win, which meant they topped their group. They didn't let that first result put them off, and they won the group. They went all the way to the semi-finals. They won their quarter-final, and although they narrowly lost their semi-final, the top 4, so all the teams that got as far as the semi-final, were medal winners in that tournament. So they were presented with a bronze medal for their performance and their 4th place finished at that event. So well done, Lewis. Well done, Cameron, and well done, Thomas, as well. You became our most successful bocce team of all time with your bronze medal there. And bocce is a sport where you've got to play very tactically. It's not just about playing the game and doing what you can do. You've got to really be thinking of your opponents all the time, and it always comes down to the last throw. And it's very crucial as to where you put that ball and where you place it, and what you can make that ball do with the other balls of the opponent. And all 3 boys were very, very good at that, and weighing up as they went along what was happening. So fantastic, boys. Well done. Really, really proud of you. I know you just missed that 3rd place, but a 4th place finish and your bronze medal is something you should be very, very proud of. So, boys, congratulations. Well done.
Back in November, me and Miss Connolly took a team of 6 children to the Dean Trust to compete in a dodgeball tournament. Having had very little preparation time and not very much tactical or practice time, we went in not knowing what would happen. And fair to say, the first game, we got battered. However, after a little bit of a tactical talk and some reflection on how that game had gone, we went back into the next game and did really well and won in 2 games.
I think we won every game.
And from then on we were undefeated.
And I think the magical element definitely was the game face.
So, we should then have gone on to the county final, the Wigan finals, which if we'd have done well there, we would have then gone on to the county finals. But unfortunately, due to everything that's gone on, it all had to be cancelled. So who knows what would have happened. But I like to think of us as joint Wigan winners.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah, so well done to that dodgeball team. You were fantastic. You represented the school so well, and you had, and I personally, I think you had the most amazing attitude, and yeah, so much sportsmanship going on. Other teams commented on how well you played and how well you represented the school. So well done.
So we move on to badminton for year 6, which worked a little bit differently this year. The format of the events were slightly different, and there were two different ones. So first of all, we went to an individual badminton event. It's never been done before, where a team of 4 represented school, but represented themselves individually within that. They're all put into a random pool in a group of 4, and all played all the other players in that team in that group of 4. 3 of our players were runners-up in their groups: Georgia, Louis, and Jack. They all finished second in their group and ended up in the second knockout pool, and all played each other. Charlie won his first group and went into the first pool for the knockout stages. Charlie went on to finish third in that pool and win himself a bronze medal, our first ever medal winner for individual badminton. This was playing singles games, so congratulations, Charlie, for winning that bronze medal in third place. Beat a St Wilfrid's player in that crucial game that decided third place, so well done. And I'm sure Charlie won't mind me saying he was quite a way down at one point in that game, and it was looking like he'd miss out on a medal, and then somehow dug in and won himself, I think, 6 consecutive points to turn that game around. So a real example of somebody really digging in when times were a little bit tough, and he didn't give up and he got that third place. So well done, Charlie. Jack, Georgia and Louis, as I say, all played each other in their pool to decide their placings, and out of 16 individual players, the rest of our players were 6th, 7th and 8th in the final standings, and they all got to play each other in that final group. So well done to Louis, Jack and to Georgia for your finishes in those positions. Congratulations to you as well. And then a couple of weeks later, we moved on to the more traditional team badminton that we've become used to. So 8 children came to Badminton Club a few weeks prior to these tournaments, and the other 4 children, Sam, Joseph, Holly May and Imogen, went to play the team event in a way that we've become more used to, where we play a mixture of singles and doubles games against another team of 4 from a different school. And you play a singles game. Player 1 will play player 1 from the other school, and the score will be continuous and will roll over until you've all played a singles game that lasts for about 3 minutes each. At the end of that, you go into a doubles game playing a pair from that school, and your aggregate score is taken. So we got through, winning our group to the knockout stages and the quarterfinals. We also won the quarterfinals by scoring a higher aggregate score than the opposition. Some fantastic scores, keeping the opposition score really, really low as well. Some great play, variety of shots. Coming close to the net, dropping the ball just down past the net, little drop shots, little backhands here and there. There were some excellent performances. And we got all the way through to semi-finals and won the 3rd place playoff, which meant that all of those children, Joseph, Sam, Imogen and Holly, did get a bronze medal themselves as well. So a 3rd place finish for our Year 6 team badminton team. So congratulations to you 4 and well done for your bronze medals. Congratulations.
So cross country is one of my favourite clubs that we run at St James's, and the reason why I enjoy cross country so much is because there's so many of you who want to come and take part in it. It's a really popular club. We get about 40, maybe 50 children who want to take part in it every year, as well as a lot of adults, not just teachers and teaching assistants, but we've also had a few parents come along this year, which has been really helpful, so thank you for that. All of the children who come really enjoy it, and it's really nice to see lots of different abilities. So some of the children might already go to running clubs, but some of the children have never really ran before and they just come along to get that experience. And it's really nice to see that a lot of you have carried on running outside of school, so well done for that. Hopefully we'll see lots of you again next year in Year 6. Now, we can only take 5 girls and 5 boys to the event at Leigh Sports Village, and it is always really difficult to make the decision of who to take and who to give that opportunity. So this year it was really wet, really muddy day, but the children loved it, they really enjoyed it, and Holly in Year 5 came within the top 10 girls, so she got a place at the Greater Manchester event where she did really well. So well done, Holly, really well deserved. Holly's really committed to her running anyway. She does a lot of running outside school, so well done for that.
Last year we were invited to attend a dance festival in Wigan, So we set about starting a dance club in November after half term. When these children first turned up, they wouldn't even move to music in front of each other. We had to get them to all face the wall so they couldn't see each other to dance at the start. By the time they went to the festival in February, nearly everybody wanted to perform, and they performed in front of hundreds of people. So they went from not wanting to even move in front of each other to wanting to perform in front of hundreds of people, and they did so fantastically. And maybe I'm being biased, but I thought after a performance, the round of applause and the cheering was definitely the loudest.
We're definitely the most energetic dance troupe there as well.
So many comments, and just a few weeks after the performance, we had over 1,000 hits of that video on YouTube.
I think possibly one of the most watched videos on our sports Twitter ever.
It was absolutely amazing. The buzz from the night, the buzz from the team members. We had a good mix of boys and girls. Absolutely fantastic. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, and one of the best things is a lot of those dancers are year fives, so we'll get to do it again next year.
Yes. So well done, everyone. It was absolutely amazing.
It was fantastic. So you should be really proud of yourselves. Well done for getting up there and dancing in front of an audience like that. Because I think I'd struggle, to be honest.
I would, and I am a dancer. Fantastic job, everyone.
Well done.
And I think the video was at the start.
Yeah, and well done for opening the show, like we said you always would.
Well, shame you couldn't do it in person, but at least everyone will get to see how amazing you are.
Yeah, so fantastic. Well done.
So on to athletics now, and this year we attended the Sports Hub Athletics at Dean's Trust in January. Big team of Year 6s performing in a variety of track and field events, so relay races and sprint races in a sports hall with the lanes marked out, and also the field events such as javelin, long ball throw and things like that. So the team go off into their different groups and perform some of those events each, and then all the scores are aggregated together. So this year we finished 7th in that competition out of a total of nearly 30 schools taking part, and we just missed the cut-off to go to the Wigan finals, which I think was the top 6, and we came in 7th place. So well done to the team for that. Last year we also attended the Town Sports Festival in the summer and a few other athletics events as well. And because we have more than one athletics event throughout the year, there is an athletics team member of the year trophy to be presented. And this will go to a year 6 person who we will find a way of getting that to you. And this person, their involvement in athletics started in year 4, where they represented school in the Town Sports Festival in year 4 and some of the track and field events, and they've continued to do that in year 5 and 6 as well. And they were part of some of the successful relay and running teams at this year's Sports Hall Athletics, finishing 2nd in their races there. So this athletics award, Athletics Team Member of the Year award, goes to Holly Winstanley, not just for this year, Holly, but for all the contributions that you've made to athletics since, as I say, year 4, when you began representing school at those tournaments. Holly's always got a fantastic attitude and does a lot of training herself at home to better her already fantastic performances. So well done to all of our athletics representatives this year. And as I say, particularly to Holly, who wins this award. So well done, Holly, and we'll find a way of getting this trophy to you, and we'll be in touch. Well done.
With regards to cricket, obviously cricket is a summer sport, so technically we haven't played any cricket matches. However, since last year's 2019 Sports Awards evening, we have won a couple of trophies. First of all, July 2019, after the Sports Awards evening, our then Year 4 cricket team, mixed cricket team, won the county championship at Blackpool Cricket Club. That was the missing piece of the jigsaw. There are 4 quick cricket county finals every year. Year 6, a Year 6 and below girls, a Year 5 mixed, and a Year 4 mixed. We'd won the other 3 titles at least once, in some cases multiple times. we'd never won the Year 4 mixed, and we managed to win it this year. And also the then Year 5 mixed finals also took place at Blackpool Cricket Club last July, but they got rained off at the semi-final stage, and so it was rearranged for the 4 remaining teams to take place in a finals morning, as it was, at Colne Cricket Club in East Lancashire. And we won our final match on a last ball thriller, which meant that we were the Year 5 mixed county champions, which is the second time we've won that particular trophy. So we have got a couple of trophies there to celebrate. I think what I will say is that over the last 6 or 7 years, we have developed a real reputation as the state cricketing primary school in Lancashire. And it's deserved, because we've done really, really well and won a number of quick cricket county titles and been competitive in lots of other quick cricket finals. But we've also done very, very well with the hardball cricket as well. The only state school in Lancashire competing against private schools. So we've got a bit of a legacy there, but our reputation is going to start to precede us. And when we go to these tournaments, both at local level and county level, we're going to be this school that everybody wants to shoot down. They're going to have to continue to work hard, because we have got significant amounts of cricket talent coming through our school in all age groups. From reception upwards, we've got a number of players who play cricket. So we're in a strong position, but we'll have to continue to work hard, because we're going to be the school that everybody else wants to beat going forward. I think we need to mention that before the cricket season, the hardball cricket season was curtailed. We need to recognise that Georgia Warburton was selected for the Lancashire Girls Under-11s. We also need to recognise that Archie Howarth was selected for the Wigan Under-11 district team, but also for the Lancashire Under-10 team. Zach McMullen selected for the Wigan Under-11 district team. Charlie Saraf was selected for the Wigan Under-11 district team. And Thomas Turner was also selected for the Wigan Under-11 district team. And I would also say there are a couple of other boys in Year 5, same age group as Zach and Archie, so actually Under-10s still, who narrowly missed out on selection for the Wigan Under-11 district team, which, considering they haven't been playing hardball cricket long, is a phenomenal achievement and puts them in a very strong position for when they go for trials next winter. Well, congratulations to Year 5. In terms of a winner of the Cricket Award, I had to give it to one player in particular. And that player is Archie Howarth, because in both quick cricket county finals that we won this year, they were close affairs. We didn't win them by lots of runs. Going down to the last 2 overs of the second innings in both matches, it really was touch and go in both the Year 4 mixed final and also the Year 5 mixed final. And the common denominator was Archie, as captain, getting us over the line with his very calm batting in one final and his very calm bowling in another final. But not just that, his field placements too. He was in control out there, very mature head on young shoulders. So I have no hesitation in awarding the Cricket Player of the Year award to Archie Howarth, and it's thoroughly deserved. Thank you, everybody.
So, Year 5 football. Unfortunately, this year we didn't get to play many games. We played one cup match against Holgate, which we won 1-0, with Thomas scoring our goal. So well done to Thomas, and well done to everybody else who played for the team that day. We've had lots of children come into training, girls and boys, who were really interested. And hopefully next year in Year 6, we will have a lot more opportunities for you all to get involved with the matches. And hopefully also we will be able to start our girls football league. So looking forward to seeing you all training next year. Now, my Player of the Season award is for somebody who is not just a really good footballer, they've got really good sportsmanship, they're really helpful at training, so they set up the drills, they'll work with the other children and be part of that team. They've got a really good commitment that they show towards the school, and they work well with everybody on the team, bringing a really positive attitude. So well done to my player of the season, Zach McMullen.
So on to Year 6 football now. Last year we entered the Wales League and Wales Cup, just like we did this year, and came second in the Wales League when we're in Year 5. And we're hoping to go one better this year. Managed to get 3 games in the league, winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 1. A win and a draw against Lamberhead Green. And then a narrow 1-0 loss to Maris Bridge on a really cold November night. Hit the post twice in that game in the later stages, so quite unlucky. Played really well, but didn't quite manage to rescue a point. The first game against Lamberhead Green started a little bit slowly, if we're being honest, and went 2-0 down, and then woke up a little bit, dug in, and played some really good football on the way to rescuing a 4-4 draw in that first game. There's a really good report written about that game by Charlie Sareth in the magazine that you'll get, so have a read of that. Very entertaining game. And then we beat Maris Bridge. We beat Lamberhead Green 4-1 a little bit later on in the year. So we'll never know if we're going to go one better or not. We also entered the Cup and got to the quarterfinals. And it's been really good to work with that bunch of Year 6 children this year. More children attending training this year and showing a fantastic attitude. People like Sam Bradshaw, James Dinsdale, Sam Bradshaw playing in goal, James playing in midfield, breaking into the team. And showing that they can come in and play some really good football and be part of the team. So it was always hard to choose a team this year because there were so many children that deserved to be there, not only just because of how they played, but because of the attitude that they showed at training week in, week out as well. So boys, well done to you, and well done if you were one of those people who started to play more games in Year 6. That was thoroughly well deserved. Because football is a continuous sport, the league and the cup obviously roll on through the year. There is a Player of the Year award for the team. So not just based on this year, obviously because it was a little bit shorter, but based on Year 5 as well. I've gone with a player whose attitude is always fantastic, leads his team very well. Normally plays in defence, but can play a little bit higher up the pitch in midfield. And even from his defensive position, he's chipped in with a couple of goals. Always very cool and calm under pressure. Sometimes you think, he's been beaten this time, which doesn't happen very often. And then he hasn't been, because he's recovered. He's got himself into a great position. Very, very rarely does somebody ever get past this player. His decision making is fantastic, whether that's what type of pass to play, whether that's the kind of tackle to make, to stay on his feet, to shepherd a player out wide, to put his body in the right position to stop him getting past. Very, very calm and cool and collected. So somebody that's represented school since Year 2 really in football, all the way through to Year 6, and has always played with that really effective calmness and a great attitude. A thoroughly deserved player of our Year 6 football of the year, if I can find the right trophy, is Louis Fisher. So well done, Louis. This is your Year 6 football player of the season trophy. Congratulations to you, thoroughly well deserved, and we will get that to you somehow in the near future. So Louis, congratulations, that is for you. And just before we finish the football section, we should mention that this year we would have been part of a pilot group for a girls' football league with some neighbouring schools. So along with Holgate, Newfold and Lamberhead Green, we were just due to start, in fact one game was played between 2 other schools, we were just due to start the first ever girls' football league for the Wales Wigan area. So that will start in September, open to all Year 5 and Year 6 girls. They're entitled to play now in the Wales League. It's not just a boys' league. We've always had girls representing our school in the Wales Leagues. But now with the legacy of the Women's World Cup, we felt we should build on that, and there will be an exclusive Wales League between those 4 schools next year, with a view to that being rolled out across the wider Wigan area next year, the year after. So we're very much looking forward to being part of that. So girls in year 5 and year 6, next year, you will be able to represent school in both those areas, the WOWS League and then the Girls WOWS League as well. So we're looking forward to being part of that. So well done, Louis, for your award there for the Year 6 football. We look forward to the girls' football starting next year properly as well. And well done to everyone who's represented school in football this year. Well done.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all keeping really well, and I'm here really to make this award, and I'm going to tell you who it is first of all, and then you can really listen carefully to what I've got to say. I think our netball player of the year has got to go to Niamh Murphy. Congratulations, Niamh. You really are an outstanding player, like many of the other girls are as well, but you shone during year 5 and you've continued to shine in year 6. I know our season was really short, and I know we only got to play one match, but you had bags of potential, and I know that when you go off to high school and you continue playing, that ability that you've got will shine through. I think you're a really good team member. I think you've got outstanding skills, and I think the other girls look up to you as a really excellent player. Please, I really want all of you to carry on playing when you go up to high school, and good luck everyone.
So with Rugby League, the season never got going. We started training very early in the autumn term, and we put some good sessions in. What was really pleasing is we had, once again had a good mixture of players from the previous year's team, boys steeped in Rugby League, but we also had some new players come along as well. A couple of lads who've been playing rugby union, they really bought into what we were doing, and some other players as well, both from year 6 and year 5, who were completely new to the sport. I have to say the boys worked really hard throughout. It was difficult to try and get any fixtures before the school closure, because most schools are really reticent to start playing until after Easter. But one thing I can say is that by the time of the school closure, the unfortunate thing is we were ready to start playing. And it was really pleasing to see the way that the team had gelled, the squad had gelled, and the way that the more senior players in the squad had really helped to bring along some of the less experienced players, being really supportive. I would make special mention of Ty Casey for that. He was phenomenal in every training session for his encouragement and support of the less experienced players. I'd like to say a big thank you to Mick Turner for once again giving up his time unsparingly to support me with the training of the rugby team. Real testimony, Mick, over the last couple of years for the effort you put in. See the real value you've added. I'm really sorry to lose you this time, obviously, with Thomas moving on to high school. I think the great sadness for me is the fact that last year we won the trophy. We were the champion school in the local area. With the work we'd put in through the autumn and in the spring, I think we were more than capable of defending that crown. We had the makings of a really good team, a really strong team. And it's really sad that the squad have been denied that chance to show what they can do. I feel really sorry for the year 6 boys in particular. Those boys who played last year, but also those boys new to the sport this year, they'd really bought into it, really put a lot of effort into it, and we're ready to start playing some games. I hope they're not lost to the sport and that they will give it a go at the high school as well. So it's a real regret there. I don't feel as sad for the year 5s, if I'm honest with you, because they get to have another crack next year. So when we get back in September and when we're allowed to start undertaking sports training again, we'll get going with it so that we're in a really good position for whatever point we can start playing matches again in the 20 to 21 academic year. Pleasingly also, we have got some real talent in rugby coming through from earlier junior age groups. We've got a number of players in year 4 and we've got an absolute load of players in year 3 coming through that can either start training with us next year or the year after. We'll have a look at it. So it looks like we've got a really good position here to try and build a bit of a legacy as a really strong rugby playing school. In terms of awards, we've not played any matches. It didn't feel appropriate to have a player of the year. However, there were 5 boys who had played the previous season who took a real lead role in terms of setting the standards, setting the example and supporting the other boys in training. I'm really sad that they didn't get a chance to defend the championship title from the previous year. So rather than award a player of the year for rugby, what I've done is I've awarded 5 trophies to the 5 boys who played the previous year, who didn't get a chance to defend the title this year, but in every training session they attended were phenomenal in terms of the attitude they showed to the other boys and the example they set. So there will be a trophy going to Jack Myers, Ty Casey, Ethan Costello, Thomas Turner, and to Joshua Wilkinson. Really, really well deserved. I hope you continue with your rugby, both outside of school, because I know you all play outside of school, but also at St. Peter's. I'll be looking with interest at the St. Peter's Year 7 team next year to see whether you're on it. To those other Year 6 boys who were new to the sport this year, please continue to show an interest in the sport. Please go for the trials at St. Peter's and consider joining an amateur team outside of school if you've got the time to do so.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me to be part of your special sports celebration. My name is Kathy Robinson and I'm the school games organiser for Wigan. So I do a lot of organisation of school sport competitions. And I was just looking back through the 2019-20 school year, and I was adding up all the competitions that St. James have already been part of. You have already taken part in 10 school sports competitions in a huge variety of sports. So if you've been part of those competitions, a massive well done to everyone who's participated. So with that in mind, I have an award to present to Oral St. James virtually for the recognition of your participation in the autumn and spring term competitions. The second award I have to present is how well you have managed since March, since we couldn't be in school, how well you have managed to keep your young people physically active. And I'm sure lots of you will have participated in the fantastic challenges that have been set by your teachers in the past few months. So well done to Oral St. James. There are 2 sporting awards for you. If you are now at home, I would love for you through the summertime to stay really active, do your sport, stay really fit, because for some of you going into year 6 in September, I will see you at sporting competitions then. And for others of you who are moving on from primary sport, don't forget that when you get to your high school, year 7, we will have a whole range of sporting competitions for you then. So keep active over the summer, stay healthy and take care, and I'll see you soon.
So we're nearing the end of our awards evening video now, and we come to an award that we started 5 years ago now. This will be the 5th award of the Sports Personality of the Year, where we choose a boy and a girl who we feel over their time at St. James's have really contributed a lot to the life of school in terms of sport, and shown a lot of commitment to various sports throughout their time here, and done so with a fantastic attitude. And this is really, really tough. I think I've mentioned before how Mr. Hayes says about the letter of commendations, that it's very hard when you're limited to just 1 or 2 per class to give out, and it's the same here. These awards could go to any number of people, really. Now, we've got the boys' awards first. And there are two winners because looking at these boys and what they've given to school sports over their time, not just in year 6, but prior to that, it wasn't possible really to see one of them leave St James's without some sort of sporting award, some sort of recognition for them. I could say the same thing about both boys really. So firstly, somebody, great attitude first and foremost, that goes without saying. Great leadership, great communication when they're playing, particularly on a football pitch, this particular person. Very vocal in the right way, very passionate about his sport. Somebody who's had success in several sports over the last few years, and is a very, very talented athlete at the same time. Somebody I really miss working with, somebody who brings a smile to my face, somebody who is very much well liked and respected amongst other people in many areas, but particularly when it comes to his sports. I can't really think of a sport that this child's maybe not turned his hand to. Represented school many times, and each time that has been thoroughly deserved based on the fantastic attitude he has. So the first boy winner, as I say, there are two. The first boy winner, and here's his trophy, goes to Charlie Sareth. So Charlie, congratulations, you are one of the boy winners of the Sports Personality of the Year award. Well done for everything that you've achieved in school over the last few years, and I'm sure that you will continue to represent school, St Peter's, in sports. So congratulations, well done, and I'm sure you will keep all of your sport and keep as active as possible, both in and out of school. So Charlie, well done. That really is well deserved for all of your sporting achievements over your time at St James's. Well done. And there's not really too much different to say for our second winner of the award. Again, a lovely boy through and through, in all areas of school, not just sports. Somebody who's dedicated an awful lot of time to his sport, represented school in many teams, attended so many training sessions, shown a real dedication and commitment. And again, somebody who's recognised by many others, has been a shining example in all of those sports. Somebody again who I'll really miss working with since year 2 really, on a sporting front, and somebody that I'll really miss if he's not worked it out already, singing songs in the back of the car as we travel to different places to compete, and I'm sure if he's watching this, hopefully he's worked out that it's him. So that's made us laugh on several occasions as he sits in the back of the car singing away. So well done, Jack Myers. You are our second boy winner of the Sports Personality of the Year award. So congratulations, Jack. Again, that is thoroughly deserved, and we wanted to see you go away with something as recognition for all your commitment to school sports over the years. So Jack Myers, well done. And again, as I said about Charlie, I hope you continue, as I'm sure you will, your sports both in and out of school as you leave us. So congratulations, Jack. Well done. So a little bit unusual, but we felt there was two very worthy winners of the Boys Award there. So Charlie Sareth and Jack Myers, congratulations to both of you. Well done.
Hello everyone. So it is my job now to announce the Girls Sports Personality of the Year award. Once again, as it always is, it was a really tough decision. There were so many girls this could have gone to and so many girls that have represented this school in sport this year. But in the end, myself and the rest of the staff agreed on this one person. This person has represented the school in many sports throughout her time, especially in the juniors. She first came onto my radar in year 4 when she played for the year 6 rounders team in Greater Manchester at the Greater Manchester School Games, where we came runners-up in the whole county, and she was a key part of that team. Since then, she's gone on to play hockey, cricket, and she has been the only girl to play in the main Y5 and Y6 football teams. So, this award this year, the Girls Sports Personality of the Year award, goes to Georgia Warburton. Well done, well deserved, and I hope you carry on all these wide range of sports throughout high school. Well done.
So we come to the end of another Sports Awards night, albeit a little differently, and it's time for a few thank yous. Please stick with me until the end, because after I've done this, there's going to be the usual photo montage of what we've done this year, which we normally start with on the screen in the club, but that will be at the end of this little piece. So you can see your team photos and all the things that we've done this year there. But importantly, a few thank yous, as I say, because there's plenty of people to work through. I've got a list here, so I hope I don't miss anybody. First of all, our sports ambassadors, I mentioned them before. Have done a great job whilst they're active in the role. I'm only sorry that they missed out on a few chances to do some more of the things that they could have done. So thank you to them all. They're all here in name. So Tag, thank you. We've had Josie Foster, Holly May, Neve, Charlie Louis, Harrison, Georgia, Jack Myers and Kit. So thank you to the 10 of you. They all created a sporting profile of themselves that was displayed in school this year near the entrance. You can see those in the magazine when you get those. That was just one of 3 things they had to do this year to be even considered for a sports council position, such as the popularity of the number of applications. So well done to you, 10, for doing those jobs so well. Thank you. Children, all of you that have represented school in whatever you've done, no matter whether that's been one time or much more than that, you've always done it so well. It's never a problem taking you out and about to various events, and you represent yourselves in our school so well as you're wearing our kits and our badges. So thank you for that. Well done to you all. It's always an enjoyable time taking you out and about and doing things, so well done. Your grown-ups at home as well, children, for when we've needed them to transport you to places, letting you do those after school, rearranging things maybe to allow you to get there. So your grown-ups at home, thank you to them as well for making that possible. And also to the other staff in school, it's a big job just getting ourselves to one event. There's a lot of work to do before and after the events to make sure we get there successfully and to make sure the day or the evening runs smoothly. So thank you to all the other staff that you've seen in this video as well, because it's quite a lot of work to do, as well as teaching their own classes. So thank you to everyone that's helped me this year doing things and getting the sport up and running. Kathy Robinson is our school games organiser, who coordinates an awful lot of what we do. And again, she works very hard both before and after every event that we attend to make sure that runs smoothly for us. And believe me, it's an awful lot of work. So Kathy, thank you for all that you do, our school games organiser for Wigan. Ross Winstanley, one of our parents, who provides us with trophies and medals that we will either deliver out or hand out, depending on which year group you're in. So Ross, thank you again. They're fantastic, engraved with the school badge and everything. So Ross, more quality products from you. Thank you very much for that. And to our year sixes, finally, who I'm sure will carry on with their sport when they go to St. Peter's or whichever high school that they're going to. We'll keep an eye out on their Twitter pages for you. Hopefully you'll appear on those. I know you will continue your sport at school and also outside of school as well. So year 6, we know without mentioning it too much that it's been a strange end to your time at primary school, but we will still think about you as you head off to year 7. We'll hopefully see you again. And make sure that you're, from a sporting point of view, continuing with whichever ones you choose to pursue, either in, as I say, in or out of school. So well done to you guys in particular. Year 5, we'll obviously see you next year and all of the year groups, and we can carry on another great year of sport. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a look at these photos now that will roll as a video to finish, and thank you once again for watching, and it's been great to celebrate another year of sport.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise.